Hi, my name is Dakota Cruz-Andrews, and for my assignment, I'm going to do how to get your driver's license. For the past couple of months, I was teaching my younger sister how to do her license, and I had a lot of fun with it because when I was doing my license, I kind of went through the same things. However, when I taught my sister, I did it under my rules and not my mother's rules, and we made some progress. So I'm just going to basically teach what I taught my younger sister. The first thing you have to learn is that everyone gets nervous when they first start driving. They get nervous they're going to hit into trees. They get nervous that they're going to get into car crashes. They get just completely nervous, and you have to realize and come to the realization that everyone goes through this. And it's a big step in everyone's life, and you have to. And I told my younger sister, it's just something you have to get used to. So I told my sister, you have to be calm. A calm driver is a good driver and a focused driver, and that goes for anyone who's has their license now or is just beginning to drive, because while you're driving, you're in full control. And you need to be calm, and you need to have a clear head when making decisions, and should anything occur. So I told my younger sister, you need to be calm. Also, I told you need to ask as many questions as you can. Where things are located in the car, how things work in the car, how everything works and mechanically, and how does she do this, and what signs look like this. And I tell her, encourage her, ask as many questions as you can, just for when that time comes, you're ready. So also too, I told her, get comfortable in your car. When you sit in the car, adjust your seat so you're of height. Put your seatbelt on. Make sure everything is good. Make sure you know where everything is. Everything is fine. Because to be honest with you, you need to be comfortable when you're driving. So if everything's okay, hey, you can start the car and we can get things going. So then when it came down to me, I told her, hey, look, you need to drive with someone you trust. You can't drive with somebody like mom, who is a complete freak, and all she does is yell and scream, and she's nervous, because you can't drive with a nervous driver, because that makes you a nervous driver. Drive with somebody who's calm. Drive with somebody you trust. Drive with somebody you know is going to help you and you can be fine with, and you're not going to freak out over. Also, you got to realize, and I told her, is while you're driving, that she's in full control of the car. You have to realize that even though that somebody's next to you, you need to drive the car and you need to be in full control. That you need to be focused, and basically, as nerve wracking as it is, other people's lives are in your hand. You need to be full control. You need to be mentally ready when you're driving. Um, Also, you need to be very observant while you're driving. You need to pay attention to everything. You need to pay attention to the signs. You need to pay attention to other cars around you. You need to pay attention to where you are on the road. A lot of cars, Steve, I even told her, they can hit you, and a lot of cars not paying attention. You need to be observant everywhere. All the time, you need to be observant. When we started, and I encouraged other people, you need to start something small, a few blocks, a small, little town, nothing on the highway, nothing big. Obviously, that will lead to stress and car crash and everything. Something small, a few blocks around the block, just something tiny to get people, going, and you branch off of that. I told my sisters recommended, you keep track of your time. Every little bit helps. Every little bit you gain is experience. You drove for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. All of it counts, and all of it needs to add up to when you get your license. She kept a journal. I told her, hey, look, you need to keep it all, and hey, we gain experience off of it. So, um, also, when we practice in our car, we practice in my car, and I encourage her that, hey, look, you need to practice in my car, because this is the car that you're going to use when you do it. And that's what I encourage to other people, because you need to have a connection with that car and know, hey, this is the car I'm going to be using, and I need to be using in my test. So, also, if there's any chances that arise, I told my younger sister, take it. Hey, mom's going to the store. Hey, I'll drive. Hey, I'm going to work. Hey, I'll drive. Hey, you want me to drive you to work? Oh, hey, I'll drive. Any opportunity that arises, take it, because you gain experience off of it, and it definitely makes you become a better driver. So, excuse me. After a few trips, as you gain more experience, you can start branching out. You go a few more blocks, go on little routes that you've never done before, go on routes that look a little bit difficult and challenging to you. So long as you're with somebody else, it's a lot easier, and they'll walk you through it. But just branch out gradually. You gain a lot more experience, and you become a better driver. It helps you for your test later on. When you also want to practice for your test, as time went on, me and my younger sister, you're able to go all the way to the DMV, and they have the practice test, the same test you'll set up for you. They have the cones, the parallel parking, the little curb, all that stuff. And it's a great tool, and I told her to take advantage of it, and we took advantage of it. So, also, I had encouraged her, other people. Let's drive with other people. not just myself, because when you take the test, you don't drive with me, you'll be driving with somebody else. So we drove with my older sister. My older sister was a little bit, but you gain experience because you're driving with other people, and it does help you become a better driver. It makes you feel more comfortable with other people in the car. Also, there's a little test I do where I took my younger sister completely out of town. We drove a few places over, and I made her drive all the way around that town. We parallel parked in different places. She gained experience from a place that she was out of her comfort zone, out of the town, and just a completely different place. Did wonders for her experience and made her definitely better. So after all your tests and your practices and everything that you've done, you make the decision. Oh, hey, look, I put in the time, I put in the work, and hey, I think I'm ready for the test. I think I can do this now. Am I ready? Am I confident in myself? Then you make the decision. Either you can take the test or you can keep practicing. Luckily, my sister, she was ready. So after a while, we set up her test, and she did a lot of, and it was the day before her test, and she did a lot of recapping, and this is where this is, and this is where that is, and I told her, hey, ask me any additional questions, and she was second guessing herself and asked me anything and everything she could, and I answered all of her questions for her. So then, afterwards, it became test time, and she was in the car, and obviously I wasn't there, and I can look at her, and she was incredibly nervous, and I said, hey, look, you'll do fine. You know where this is, you'll know where this is, you'll know where this is, and I'm not going to be in the car, but hey. And, it goes all the way back, everything you learned from day one, from location, everything. And the outcome of the test, unfortunately, no, she didn't pass her first time, but she did pass her second time. Every single time, though, you could fail your test and you'll have a second chance at it. We went right back to the draw board. We went through everything again. We took her out, did everything the same way, and the second time she happened to pass. So yeah, that's best way I can probably describe on how to practice driving for someone.